This is a part of the film industry. It's a part of the comedy world. None of this surprises me. I've been a part of these secret comedy networks, like Facebook groups, the super secret hush hush, because those are the only places we can talk about dudes like this. You know, I've already seen most of the stuff that I would want to say covered. There's a couple of points that I want to hit on in this video that I think we should be talking more about. Like, are we surprised? Are we surprised? Are we surprised that powerful men in Hollywood are obsessed with young girls, teenagers, men with power in general? I don't think most people realize just how many men want to fork girls. And the only thing keeping them from it is the law. And even though this guy, okay, just to be clear, no allegations, I'm nothing against him in terms of his personal life, but the fact that we're all okay with watching graphic schmeg scenes between teenagers. I don't care that the actors are adults. We're meant to be watching teenagers, and it's through his point of view, and it's totally normal, right? I don't want to watch that, but they have been doing this to us for a long time, and he's nothing new. Have you seen Pretty Baby on Hulu? This has been going on for decades, y'all. This dude, okay, that's his daughter. He loves teenage girls. No problem admitting it. He just didn't care. They did this to the girls right when they turned 18. She was tricked into this photo, by the way. These dudes were all about getting teenage girls on spring break to take their shirt off. Girls gone wild. Girls gone wild. Not grown women gone wild. Girls. They targeted girls to take their shirts off because they knew girls would not know exactly what they were in for a lot of the times. Because girls, unlike women, have not learned most of the time what men are about. They haven't been raped multiple times yet. They haven't married one of these douchebags. They haven't lived with one of them. One of my best friends found out her roommate, her male roommate, who was like 50, she was 40, would spy on her in the shower. He had a secret peephole. She also found a secret room in his apartment with a mattress and lube that was just above her room so he could listen to her and watch her. That's why they love girls, because women are not easy prey. Even the smartest girl will give men like this the benefit of the doubt because they don't know any better yet, because they haven't been traumatized as much as the rest of us. I mean, seriously, I could make 50 videos. This girl looks like his daughter. He met her on his daughter's show. He looks like Bigfoot. Oh God, I gotta do a video on him. I hate this guy. They've been having little girls kiss grown men forever, y'all. Whether it's fictional or real, grown men have been pursuing teenagers since I've been born, at least. And even the way they friend. I understand trying to respect Priscilla Presley. I have a whole video about Elvis. God, this man was... I keep making movies about this dude. He's a pervert. He stole music from the black community. He groomed multiple women. He's trash. But okay, he's a legend. Let's make another movie about him that has Oscars. God. Oh, it makes me so mad. These men are heroes. These men, y'all want these men as your heroes. These legends. Even if they don't pursue a physical relationship. What this dude did was worse. Let me know if you want to know that video. I have wanted to make it a couple weeks ago. And honestly, doing the research for it was really traumatizing. As a survivor of childhood SA and inchmess, it's kind of hard for me to read this stuff. But it's also important to me because I can't handle this being normalized anymore. So back to this D-bag. Besides how much men in Hollywood are pervs, not just Hollywood, tech, Wall Street, politics, anywhere where men have the most power, and cishet men in particular, but not always, where men have the most power and are obsessed with that and dominating people, what we get is men who hate women and they hate children, and they prey on both of us, both groups, because they can. And all their boys will back them up. Even if they don't do anything, doing nothing is how they back them up. So this leads to my second point about this D-bag. Oh, and by the way, this tweet was great because apparently his friends are also pedos. Also, I want to give credit to my mutual, Jessica. She does a phenomenal reporting and got this conversation going more. I don't care if it's legal. Spousal grape was legal. And until Lorena Bobbitt was like, whack, with a fucking knife and threw it out a car window. And we made fun of her for that. I should do a video on that because I wrote about that. I wrote an article about that. We made fun of her for that. But until then, totally legal. Totally legal to grape your wife. It kind of still is in a lot of places in the States. Most of these men, the only reason why they don't do more is because it's illegal. This is the tweet that points out something that I really don't think we're still not talking enough about, is that all of these flying monkeys around these predator, protect this man at all costs, all of these women were denied access to jobs. So instead of dealing with this man who was a known predator, huge liability, like, oh, I know, let's just take all the female staff off. And as a former crew member, I am so pissed about this. Women, it is so hard to get into the film industry and work up the ranks and get pay that you deserve because it's a boys' club. And instead of, dealing with this man, they just got rid of all the women. Just easy peasy. What a brilliant way to approach a man who is going to take you down later. BBC, y'all are in trouble now. There is a paper trail of you not giving a fork. And if you haven't read this yet, this is some of the best reporting I've ever seen. And of course, people are like, why do people talk to reporters and not cops? Because in general, I say this as a journalist and as a survivor, and who also had to recant my allegations against my ex when he raped me because the police are admitted abusers themselves and can't be trusted unless it's used for racism. That's the only time they care about women, is if it somehow upholds white supremacy. The only reason they spoke at all is because reporters approached them, because reporters care more than the cops do. Especially when you have a man who is a red pillar and has, 6 million or I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna look it up. Millions of fans. Even when they have hundreds of sources, people who worked with him, ex-girlfriends, women who had to deal with this man, dated him, a woman who was groomed by him when she was 16. Even when you have her parents, you have police reports, and even have a male comedian being like, yeah, I knew about these WhatsApp chat groups. The way women can stay safe from this guy. It's never enough. It's never enough. And like I told y'all all the time, with men, nothing is jokes. Behind their jokes, almost always, is truth about what they've already done or what they want to do, or it's a way to humiliate someone they have power over, particularly women usually, but literally anybody, because it wouldn't be as fun if they couldn't do this in our face while tricking us at the same time. They're gonna abuse women, like that's all good and fun, but how much more fun would it be to make jokes about it and have people laugh at what they're doing? This man did it in front of everybody and even had people pimping for him. And some of y'all be like, well, how could they do that? If you've never worked in the film industry, you don't get it. Yes, there are unions. Do you know what's stronger than a union? The blacklist. If you're difficult, you will never work again. And we know that. And so instead, you have to whisper and warn people. Because even when you tell the higher ups, I don't know, like BBC, they don't care. They don't care. They just make more accommodations so he can do this more secretly. Whisper network and gossip is all women have. That's all we have to protect each other. And it's so funny because men will be like making fun of us for gossiping when they gossip all the time too, y'all. I'm not saying that women can't be malicious with our gossiping, but when we're gossiping about men, it's to protect each other. When you dare to speak out, you get this. Women regret reporting because of this. We don't trust the police. Black, Indigenous, and other women of color, especially Black women, really don't trust the police, and for good reason. So whisper networks and gossip, that's all we've got. And just a reminder, any men out there, every single man that goes to bat for men like Russell Brand, we all not only don't trust you, we know you've done it too. So thank you.